Hello my dear friends and welcome to Mystic Star Magic. I am so happy that you are here. So today's reading is all about what is blocking your transformation. And I'm actually going to ask what the transformation is as well, but that's not the major big chunk of it. The chunk of it is like what's blocking your transformation. And we have oracle cards, tarot cards, and we're going to have Scrabble like letters that we're going to try to make into words, because I figure let's have a little bit of fun, right? So if you're new here, welcome, and if you are my older friend, welcome back. Like I said, I'm always happy that you are here. I'm very, very grateful. Feel blessed that you are here. So let me show you each pile. So this is pile 1. I want you to just like get a feel for each one. This is pile 2. This is pile 3. And then of course this is pile 4. So I want you to go ahead and clear your mind. Close your eyes and take a deep breath in. Now as you exhale, open your eyes. Choose whichever pile draws you to it. Alright, let's do this. Hello my friends from group 1. I am so happy you guys are here. Okay, so what is blocking your path and your transformation? So I'm always looking out because we are always transforming in some sort of way, but sometimes we are being blocked. And so you chose this card. So I'm seeing here, it's almost like you want to be free of something. It's like you've been feeling trapped. I almost feel like a sense of, when you're just feeling like everything's the same, like the same routine, and you've kind of been feeling like everything is very routine, like there's just kind of stagnant is what I'm seeing here. So this transformation is being called forth because you want something more. I feel like the pleasure is there, but there's like passion. You want creativity. You want some sort of, I really feel it coming from your heart center, and it's definitely being shown here from your heart center. It's like your heart is calling you for more. And what that more means, I guess, is different for everyone, but it's like there's something that you want more. You want more zest in life. You want something that is calling forth. So that is what I'm seeing here. So let's start to find out what it is like that's blocking you right now, right? We have this calling from your soul, from your heart, to open up, to really, I feel like almost like attract everything that you've been wanting. And it's just a major shift here. So something that's blocking you. So get out of your comfort zone. So maybe for some of you, being stuck in that routine is also part of your, what's causing this. It's like you are stuck in that comfort zone, even though a big part of you, definitely your heart chakra, is like screaming for like change, for openness, for like more abundance. I feel like the word more is really coming through here. And why that is, right? Why you're still kind of blocking that transformation is because you have this you're in that comfort zone. A part of you is I really, maybe I would say maybe the lower chakras might be, or even part of your heart is still stuck in the comfort zone, because even though, right, sometimes like a part of us is screaming we want more, we want change, there's another part of us that we're like, hey, but that change is a little uncomfortable, right? So this is what I'm seeing here. So the comfort zone is where it's kind of, you wouldn't think so, but it is blocking you. I almost feel like if you've been having like big dreams that you've been having, and you're like, no, I can't do it, that's not possible. That's what I'm feeling here is also blocking you. It's like your sense of not really giving to the possibilities of all of it. And it means I almost feel like the joy of life, like even the challenges in it, there is there, when you're going through it, doesn't necessarily feel great, but there is some sort of like joy after you accomplish something, right? If you've gone through something where you're like, oh, I didn't think I could do it, but boom, look, I did it, right? So there is this sense of coming through in here. So we need to leave the comfort zone. We have to take that leap of faith here. Let's see what other we need to do. Surrender into inner peace. So cultivate inner peace on a daily basis. In a quiet, meditative moment, focus on the stillness within and enjoy this inner refuge. Others will feel your good vibes too, and your life will flow more easily. So maybe there is a sense of, again, like it's, although I say like it is an inner peace here, coming through here, I almost feel like, again, it's a sense of leaping. I almost feel like you want to fly. Like there's something so big that you're just like, I don't think I can do it, but you really can, because Spirit's saying like this transformation is meant for it to be big. It's not a little transformation. It's not a little like, like you're just gonna, like level up a little bit. No, this is a big shift in I think in who you are and in your own happiness here and in your life. So I really like this. So let's actually, we're gonna do this and then we're gonna do tarot. And okay. So what else is kind of blocking here? So we have Ally, not ally, but Ellie, to pursue running a new idea. So since this is more of a blocking, I feel like running, I feel like a part of you is running in the opposite direction. So by that, I really do feel like there's a sense of, and hear me out in this one. It's like you take 2, possibly 3 steps forward. You get this like zest, right? It sort of kind of comes up. You're like, yes, I'm going to do this. I'm going to move forward. I'm going to do it. And then you take the like 3 steps. You even take a little bit of a baby leap right there. You're like, yeah, you feel this expansion. And then boom, we go back to our old ways. We kind of take a step back, right? Because it's like it just kind of like, I almost feel like you even have maybe cords are attached to you in terms of like old habits are just kind of dragging you back. They're like, nope, we don't like this like new you where you're like, oh, like full of like life and everything. Like, oh, let's tame it down a bit. And if it's not necessarily it, like I don't want to say others, but there is some sort of like something that kind of pulls you back, and so back into the safety of things. Okay, so confusion might also be. I'm gonna actually do these guys and over these guys as well. Okay. So yeah, so we have confusion, apathy, and overloaded. Okay. So. And this is actually working all very, very well together, actually, very much so. So with the overloaded, I can only take what I can handle. So maybe for some of you, especially with this card of like, just like, look at all these, maybe these are all different ideas, all the different ideas that you have, right? And then what happens here, and this is the most, and this is, okay, this is leading me to kind of where I'm beginning to see. So you have all these ideas, all these like different ideas. You have all this passion because it's like your heart is really like literally like it's opening up with all this thing, creativity, love, everything is just kind of like, oh my goodness, you just have this, right? And even pursuit and maybe new ideas. Like here you have all these ideas and you just kind of want to go forward with them and you take that leap and you go. But the thing is that you're actually kind of like, and this is where you take that 3 steps where you're like, yeah, you're running forward. And then you just kind of like go forth with every single one, like maybe a little bit at each one. You take different ideas and you just kind of keep going, and then you hit a wall, you hit a block there, and then there's the sense of like confusion because there's like so many different ideas. Confusion's like, okay, what's the next step? Okay, I don't know what to do next. All right. And then what happens when you don't know what to do? You go back. You just have this apathy. This is what's like, this is the energy that keeps pulling you back. It just keeps pulling you back. Why? Because I feel like you do have this, like it's almost a little bit like you go through manic and a bit depressive. So maybe there is that energy. So you have this full energy of like movement forward, and then you are in full swing, full going in. Maybe lack of planning might be something as well. So you go full in, and then you kind of get like, then you lose some of your momentum. There's like you hit a block of some kind, and then you just go back because there's this sense of confusion here. So definitely planning, but I also want to say like Now, normally I would say, okay, now only pick one, but I feel like your nature is just to kind of expand. That's like where you are right now. So what I would say, because I have a lot of similar energies, what I do is, I take that momentum like that I have like that, and I, whichever project that I really am like that, the momentum I'm feeling for, you just take it for as long as you can, move it forward, but then somehow like that one hits a roadblock, then there's another one, and then maybe work on that one instead too. And then there's a sense of like what I'm saying, the inner peace here is because even though you may feel like you're not progressing, because yes, I do feel like there's a lot of ideas, and I normally what people would say, oh, just narrow it down to one and really work on it and get it, like past it all. But I feel like there's something to be said about this really beautiful energy that you have here, which is like this pleasure with this expansion, right? So for me, what I think you like, my suggestion is, and if you could do it whatever with it, whatever you will, but it is like, move forward with each idea, whichever passion that you're moving forward, move it forward. But there's a need to give yourself like this grace. So you maybe like are not moving fast enough, right? Because I do feel like that's also another thing where you're like, you really want this fast, and then so give yourself grace. It's like, nope, it's not. It's like, maybe it's not progressing as fast as I can. Maybe as this transformation, because this part of transformation I feel is like coming through different ideas as you become a whole new you. I really feel like that's what I'm seeing here, and it's all linked with like creativity and passion. So take it as far as you can, and with this confusion, let your heart kind of guide you through this. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna say. But let's see what other things. I want to see what the Tower has for us. So what is blocking the collective of group one's transformation? What is blocking the collective of group one's transformation? What is blocking the collective of group one's transformation? What is blocking the collective of group one's transformation? The Tower moment? Okay. Just blocking the collective of one's transformation. Nine of Swords, yeah, okay. Just blocking the collective of group one's transformation. Knight of Pentacles, Eight of Cups. Okay, these are actually really pretty, yeah. I actually want to call one more card. What is blocking the collective of group one's transformation? Three of Wands, okay. Alright, so we have, I did feel like there was this Tower energy coming through here. Alright, and why I'm feeling like it's a Tower energy coming through here, and actually is the set, because that's the major arcana there, but I really feel like for me, it's because that Tower is bringing about the transformation, right? Because like I said, there was an energy of you wanting to move forward, but something keeps, like, I really feel like past habits, maybe even past people, keep bringing you back. And so what happens is when that I feel like almost like you want to move forward and something keeps dragging you back, what happens is Spirit brings you in the Tower, and the Tower cuts away all those things, that are blocking your transformation. So I feel like if you haven't gone through, but the problem with the Tower and that being that it is, right, that big shift and change where it kind of cuts off a whole bunch of different things, is that it doesn't necessarily feel very good at the time. So and it also is asking a lot of you from you, I think, in many ways. Yeah, okay. So what is blocking you? Blocking this transformation? It's not the Tower. It's maybe the side effect of the Tower, of it happening. So I do feel like there is a need for walking away from something that I guess there's still like you're burning it away here, but there's still like a connection here. Like there's a strong emotion. So I feel like maybe coming into terms with this, with the Eight of Cups, allowing yourself to almost feels like a need for not only like the walking away, maybe you've done already, but the releasing is still here. You're still attached to something from the past. It's still holding on to you right here. There's also, again, like a sense of like this Nine of Swords, of dread, where there's all these worries. So I feel maybe those are what's kind of keeping you tied to the back, to the past again. Again, for me, like all this transformation based on this tower, it kind of should have happened, because the tower is the transformation itself. It's like you're still in the aftermath of it right now, but you're moving forward. I just also think that you are frustrated because the motion forward is not fast enough for yourself. You're like, it's not moving fast enough. But I feel like the reason why it's not moving fast enough, and is because, again, like there's all these, to me, these are all ideas. These are all different things that you want to do. And so you are doing them kind of simultaneously. And I'm not saying that's a bad thing. I actually think this is actually kind of how you work simultaneously, where you get really excited about something, you work a little bit on that, and then you change and shift. And I know, and that doesn't, it doesn't go fast because you're not focusing it on one thing. But I don't feel like you need to focus on one thing. I feel like you just have to, it's the shifting of your mindset of like, it's okay, little by little, I'm getting to where I need to be. And that's kind of like the transformation here. And that could even be that allowing yourself to have patience. Because like I said, it's like you go through these big cycles of like intense emotions. I actually feel like there's an up and down. Where I now see why it is the inner peace that you need, because even you don't need that major big shift. It could just be constantly that you are here where you're like moving forward, but it doesn't necessarily mean like it's all or nothing. It's like a little bit at a time is okay. I do see here that we do need to, like, I want to say, like, plan things out. I do think that there is a sense of wanting to plan and move forward. But I to me, it's also like a sense of needing action is coming through as well. Yeah, but this is like the Nine of Swords is really kind of what's keeping you really there. But I would like to see, let's clarify what this Three of Wands is doing here. What's this Three of Wands doing here for the collective of group? Start healing, yeah. So it is time. It is time for you to plan, and it's also time for you to kind of like move forward. And I really like this because to me, it's like the star is guiding you. It's like where you are being led to. It almost feels like a wish that's connecting to you, and it's like guiding you and it's pulling you forward. But now, so it's almost like trusting in your own healing, and trusting in your own self, in your dreams. I really trusting in your dreams here is that's coming here. Let's see what else. I want to see what this tower is doing here. Five of Pentacles. Yeah, we're still here. We have the key, which is the tower moment has already happened, but you're still here in whether it's like abandonment or worrying about scarcity. You're still in this, and look at this, very similar energy here, like hopelessness moving, and that's, I guess, the apathy here. It's like you are stuck here, but the tower happened, like the shift and change has already happened. It is, so for me, it was really cutting off whatever needed to be let go of that you weren't letting go of, but you're still here kind of attaching yourself to this emotion as well. Well, you should be looking forward. It's like almost like so much of you is kind of staying, not allowing yourself to move forward because of this, like where you're saying here. And with the Five of Pentacles here, right, because you're like, oh, I can't, there's an abandonment. There's always a sense here that there is help available to you if you ask for it, but there's like sometimes we don't ask for it. I do want to see what this Nine of Swords is doing here. The Devil. I knew this card had to come out because this is the energy that I was talking about that keeps pulling you back. It's your old habits. And it's part of, apparently, that maybe you suffer from it, anxiety. That's something that keeps pulling you back. Those are your old habits, though, my friends. You have to move like that. and look, there's always like strings being attached. Let this, I want you to see this, the difference between being like, this is your dreams, this is your actually higher self, this is all of this that's guiding you, versus this is like the strings of a puppeteer. Like it doesn't, you're like, there's no power here. Here you have all the power. You just need that little bit of help. What is this Knight of Pentacles? Yeah. We need to move forward. It almost feels like, I actually want to see what's the Knight of Pentacles, because I mean, it's the Seven of Swords. It's like you almost feel like you have to sneak away forward. And Page of Swords. Yeah, this is the energy I'm seeing here. It's almost like you feel like you have to mask something, and then there's this with the ideas. Like, see how many, look at this, you have this ideas here, ideas here. Page of Swords is actually, I almost feel like needing, like I said, we need to cut those things that are keeping you in your past. Is what I'm seeing here. And the Seven of Swords is also part of, to me, still has that it's almost like you are hiding some part of yourself. I almost feel like you're trying to fit in, trying to be the old you, maybe because you're scared of being left alone by all those that you love, or by, you know, like being not accepted, because this is a very strong energy that's coming forth here, right? And so you're afraid of releasing, really showing who you are. But the Page of Swords is here to say, no, the truth has to be, you have to be open about who you are. This is what you are meant to be, right? This transformation. And it's a transformation of like, almost like, I feel like maybe going on whole new pursuits, new ideas, something completely new. And it really feels like it's like completely new, a completely new you that's coming from, like, living from your heart chakra, from like pleasure, but it's not like pleasure in that form, but more of like creativity, creating, passion, like all that. That's the life you want to live. You want to live a full life. But there is like this thing where you are trying to hide who you are becoming. And then that's why we're hearing with this Page of Swords, no, we are gonna allow, like, you have to you know, first of all, accept all those ideas and just be who you are meant to be. But we also need to understand that it's not going to be overnight, right? Success is not going to come to you overnight, but it is going to come. Just slow and steady, my friends. Slow and steady. Oh, I really love this. All right, let's see what advice your heart, what advice, like what transformation. I actually want to see what the transformation is as well. Because I feel like there's a big one here. Okay, so here is blocking, which is the mask. And this, I actually feel like this is where you're coming from. This is what we're doing. Okay, because the mask is there here again. So we'll read the mask one first. What are you hiding from? We have all built walls, borders, barriers, moats, fences, and put on masks to guard the vulnerability of our own heart. Is our heart safe behind these defenses, or are they also keeping the people we want to love from loving us? There is a power and strength in vulnerability. Be authentic. Risk it. There is only one you. Oh, see, that's a beautiful message. So that's coming through here. And then we have royalty. Who's in charge here? The color purple is associated with royalty. Kings, queens, purple or violet is also associated with our crown chakra. Royalty is to be in a space of reaching higher and receiving your own authority. When you are present to your ascending creative power, you are an innovator, and as such, you and your brilliance might also receive a royalty payment due. So look at this. Again, this is that sense that's coming through here. So your creative power and an innovator, you are an innovator of some kind. And that's the transformation that's coming for you. Like, this is a big transformation. Let's see what other I do want to do. Scrabble letters. So we say transformation. What is blocking the collective of group one's transformation? And what maybe is their transformation? Okay. Let's see. I already see Queen here. So Queen right there. I feel like Queen is there. Like, I know that. Let's see. I'm not like the best, so maybe friend. I don't know why I'm feeling friend is here. I know it's not the whole thing. Friend is not there. I guess I could have done more, but I feel like, so friends are important. Maybe you're trying to like, or maybe like you might feel like, oh, you can't show people. I really do feel like you're trying to hide who you are becoming from others because it scares you a little bit that you feel like they were going to abandon you. And some of them might. I can't say that they're not. Some people might not go with you on that journey, but that's okay. You're going to meet new friends that are going to be real friends, right? That happened to me a lot too. What else did I want to say? For someone here, I feel like New York might be something, and that maybe that represents something where, like, some people think, oh, if you made it in New York, you made it. Not necessarily true, but maybe you believe that. Like, oh, I don't know why that, but that is. Is there anything else that's calling out for me? Not really. I feel like the yen is important, so like money feels that's important. No, I don't. I feel like that is what I feel like. If you have any idea or anything of this, let me know. Because I'm like, I can't really come up with anything else. Yep. All right, but I am very grateful. I hope you like this reading. I hope it helps you to see that, oh, you have so much beautiful potential and that you are transforming. You are. It isn't like, that's an important thing I want to say. You are transforming. You're constantly in a state of transformation. I can see it here, but you keep being pulled back. I don't know if it's like old associations or whatever it is. But you know, we slowly but surely it's going to get cut away. You just have to acknowledge that you are an innovator. You are meant for bigger things. And that sometimes means that, you know, like we have to let go of people who don't necessarily want to be there, right? And also accept, like have that inner peace, knowing that it's not going to be a really fast transformation, right? It's like slow and steady, my friend. And that's the best way because it's something that lasts. Okay. With that, I'm going to leave your reading here. I am beyond grateful to you. Thank you so much for sharing your energy, sharing your time, and of course, sharing your journey with me. Please do consider liking and subscribing. It does help my channel grow, and that is something that helps me transform into a successful YouTube channel. And helps me come back for more. But thank you so much. I am sending you so much love and so much light until I see you in the next one. Bye, my dear friends. All my friends from group 2. Oh my goodness, I love that. So you chose this beautiful card, focus, as we find out what is blocking your transformation. Right here, I can almost see that you are activating, I feel like, your third eye, very much so. So I feel like this transformation is coming from a very high place. It's almost like your intuition is coming through. So I'm feeling like it's almost like an opening up of your maybe psychic abilities, or like a psychic awareness coming through here. I do see that the water is like half of you is like the energy is half submerged, so that's all emotions. So I feel like this is almost a sense of needing to find a balance of like emotions and also like our thoughts and our intuition. So it's almost like all those combined here. So this transformation for me is a transformation of being more of who you are. I'm almost, or actually want to say it's not, how am I going to, okay, so I'm going to just say it. If it makes sense to you, it makes sense to you. Always take what resonates, leave what doesn't. I feel like this transformation has been occurring for a long time. You probably have, especially this feels like such a like as if you're really connecting to your intuition and your powers. More than intuition, I almost feel like really like your psychic powers here. Maybe even for some of you, manifestation powers as well. So being like that was always happening. You always had these gifts, right? You've always had them. It's not like all of a sudden you've developed them. It is more like you're coming forth now as really like it's a time for you to actually bring them forth into them. It's almost like it's time for you to mature them a little bit more. And that's what I'm seeing in this card. You are, that is a powerful thing here. I also feel like before you were submerged, how do I say it? It's like you're coming out of like, if you watch The Matrix, it's like right before you were in that special like, machine thing that we were like a pod person, I guess, right? And then it's like you were let go. You're actually not fully there. You haven't fully come out of it because there's still some here. But you're awakening is what I'm seeing here. See which kind of, it's this kind of similar passion energy to group 1 because of this ignite your passion. So something that is actually that might be here. Well, the passion is important, but I almost feel, to me, it's almost like it's more than passion. It's sort of like you know something and you need to like follow it. Does that make sense? That's what I'm seeing. It's sort of like you have a higher calling now, and that's part of your transformation, but you always had it. It's now that you're just being able to see it in more clarity. So that passion is coming from like within. So it's more than passion, but all right. Well, here we go. This is something we need to release though, as we this is holding us back. So surrender your desire to control people. Being over controlling can sabotage relationships. To be more effective, to more effectively achieve your goals, back off, regroup, and give the situation some breathing room. Okay, so first, and what I mean, let's explain that surrender. So that can definitely hold us back from our transformation, because if we're giving our energy on trying to shift and change circumstances outside of our circumstances and people outside of ourselves, if we're spending that energy trying to bend them or like manipulate them in such a way that by feeling like it's because I know better, right? Because we know better, right? We often have that feeling, and I'm not here to argue whether you do, because that's not important. Because what it's important here is that, well, that energy you're spending on them is not meant to be spent on them. It's or like the circumstances. It's meant to be spending on yourself and that transformation within yourself. Because this is a big one. It's not like a little transformation, and even group 1 is not a little transformation. But this is a higher transformation. It's almost feeling like you're awakening to something big, right? You're awakening to your powers. You're awakening to your, I always want to say, your truth here. But again, what keeps drawing you is that you're like, oh, you're trying to perfect something externally, right? You're trying to perfect the outside. While here, what I'm seeing, the very big message here is that the transformation, you're trying to do external of what you should be doing internally. And by that, I mean not focusing on others or circumstances, but focusing on yourself, because that's where the power lies, right? And that's what's kind of holding you back. And I know I'm seeing that ignite your passion, and I feel like that's important here. It's sort of a different one from group 1, because the ignite the passion is like you are sort of, I almost want to feel like, I want to say, maybe you won't agree with me, is that you're using other people or circumstances, like you want to change it outside, because I feel like you're a bit afraid of what this really means for you, because you're afraid of your own change here, because you're afraid of your own transformation, because you can feel how big it is. It is awakening to something, and it won't allow you to go back to who you were. That's what it feels like. So ignite your passion is because like passion comes from within, right? That's what I'm seeing here. You're focusing too much externally. You cannot control externality. That reality is not. And so I always like I understand that people mean very like well when they say I want to change the world, but it's like, no, my friend, that's not your focus. It can never be the change the outside, because that is really, the world is outside of our control. The world, how we can change the world is really changing ourselves. And then when we change ourselves, and then we understand this truth is that the world doesn't need to change, which is it's a very hard truth to come through, and maybe you won't agree with me, but it's something that you begin to actually see the magic in the world. You begin to see the beauty in the world where you couldn't before, and this is also important, because with other people you actually start to see, you're like, oh wait, you start to see them not so much as projects of where you need to change them, where you're going to help fix them, right? Because we want to fix people. Um, Often because we feel like we can do a better job, but if somebody's not ready for it, it will be pointless, it'll be useless, and you're wasting your energy and just probably getting frustrated. But if you actually shift and change yourself, and really by that is like allowing these gifts to manifest, right? Really giving them the attention that they need, not trying to spend it on other people, you will start to see them as like, you can still see where you're like, oh, I can really help them, but you could also see how you could really love them. And I feel like that is what's being called here for you. There is a big shift here, and it's actually going to be like, I almost feel like a little hangman energy here for you. You're awakening. So that is pretty awesome. Okay, let's see what we have. We have witch, child's history, new home. Okay, I'm actually going to put them all here. Because I do feel like that's important. All right, so here we have, so what this one is actually quite important to me, because the witch trials, I feel like, and history. I am like, I want to say it in the nicest way. Because I do feel like because that really surrendered the desire to control people. I feel like and I'm saying it in a very as gentle as possible, is we tend to judge others. Whether we know it or not, we tend to, and I understand, because I still have troubles with that judgmentality. So witch trials for me is like, we tend to judge others. We tend to and I really feel like it's an external thing here, where you kind of keep focusing externally, because you are, because I really do feel like this big transformation that's happening is it's a bit scary for you. Rightfully so, especially like if you're awakening to your psychic abilities there. But in order to be able to fully reach there, to fully get that, I would say, like, to break the Maya, if you will, you need to let go of this. You need to let go of that desire to control people, the desire to be right. It's almost like you have to let them make their mistakes, and that's a hard lesson, to be able to allow others to make their own mistakes. It's like, but we can solve them. Like, nope, because you're doing a disservice to them, and you're also doing a disservice to yourself, to them, because they need to, like, well, we often think that mistakes are a bad thing, but people learning from their mistakes is how they grow. And so if you're trying to prevent them from having mistakes by making them do certain things that you think will help them, it's not helping them, because they're not learning, they're not growing. You're preventing that from happening. And they often resent you for it, right? People don't like to be controlled, like, because I'm pretty sure you would not like to be controlled. It's that we are often in a state of wanting freedom, and when we feel controlled in any way, we naturally don't want it. So that's an important thing. So I feel like learning from history too is also coming here. So if you have this pattern where you try to fix people, that's something that you need to work on. See how that's panned out. See, it's like, okay, because sometimes people are like, hey, you really helped me, but they have to want the help, right? This is surrender to the control people. It's not people wanting your help. It's people who you're kind of forcing your help on. There's a difference. Okay, we have alchemy again. I feel like there's a sense of Well, there is a sense of wanting, connecting emotions and thoughts. There is that. But it almost feels to me, it's like you are connecting to your powers. I can't say it any other way. It's like the alchemy of your essence, of like your transformation. It's like, to me, it's like you're awakening to your psychic abilities, to your all those powers that are coming. So I'm resourceful. I know my purpose. I feel like it's more like I now know my purpose. And look how that says a sunflower with beads, but you're working towards things. And the purpose is growth in yourself and in shifting and changing. It is very beautiful. And you are resourceful. There is that's why I feel like if you can turn that beautiful energy of wanting to fix the world or fix people, and if you could just shift it onto yourself and allow yourself that energy of that, big, because you have this. You have a big heart, but it needs to be not focused externally. It needs to be inside now for this transformation. So we do have this forewarning. It almost feels like a part of you is always expecting some sort of disaster. That's what I'm going to be reading at it. I do feel like maybe also if you're scared, if you actually are, again, maybe actually seeing things with your third eye, or like having kind of that energy, you kind of see like bad things can happen. But maybe that, I feel like there's a sense of, for me, it's more like you're like, oh my goodness, like, will bad things happen? It's like, yeah, like we can't stop. Sometimes life does throw us curveballs. And sometimes we have those tower moments, but there is always a reason for them. It's not like they just come out of nowhere, right? We have the Queen of Wands. Yeah, that's your energy right there. So what is blocking the collective of, aside from like those worries and trying to do all those things, what's blocking the collective of the two from transformation, from their transformation, which is a big transformation, by the way? The moon energy, yeah, that makes sense. I was thinking it was going to be the Queen of Cups for some reason as well. Ace of Wands, more creativity, more passion. What else is coming through here? What else is blocking the collective of the group? Okay, we're gonna blocking the collective group to find your transformation. Two of Wands. One more card. What is blocking the collective group? Transformation. Ace of Swords. Okay. We have two aces, so there's two beginnings here, and that makes a lot of sense. This card, I want you to see something though. This is the same card. Really, it is that energy. Part of you is like here in this, underneath the water. For me, like that water is, yes, it's emotions, but it's also to me, almost comes as an illusion, kind of, the Maya here. But I do feel like, okay, let's go forth. What is also blocking you here is that you need to make that decision. It's almost like you have to decide to allow yourself to have the world here, right? I feel like you were probably focusing on that other wand, and now I feel like with this transformation, you're finally awakening to this new potential here. And I do feel like, look at this. This is, again, it's also a third eye being opened here, right? This is all about passion. This is all fire coming through here. Yeah. So really what I feel like is also acknowledging here this Queen of Wands energy, which is all the sense of, like, how do I describe the Queen of Wands? Well, she's very creative. She's also like the entrepreneurial, if you will. She's the babe boss babe, whatever. She has that energy. Here we also have, it's almost like you are manifesting things. You have that ability in you. Yeah. But I almost feels like this energy here is this sense of longing. You're not allowing yourself to, like, you're longing to be this person, but you already are. You're just not acknowledging it. I feel like it's almost like you're not taking full advantage of your full power here. We do have the moon energy, which is, to me, it's sort of like you're trapped in the part of the illusion. You are very intuitive. You have I'm saying, you have psychic abilities 100%. Whether you are allowing them. There's also a need here to find this balance between that shadow self and the light self here. It's okay to have both of them. I almost feel like you feel like, nope, can't allow it, but you can. Really allowing things to come from this passion, like really creativity coming through forth. Again, a lot of creativity. And then the Ace of Swords is coming through the clarity again. Needing to have this clarity in your life that you're not, that it almost feels like closing off anything like that, anything else, and just listening to your inner self coming through again. It almost feels like, or actually to me, it almost feels like it's like you're getting messages too through your like auditory as well. Let's see what this Two of Wands is doing here, though. I would like clarification on the Two of Wands. Yeah, look at this. I want you to see that the sun energy is coming through. Yeah, that would be happiness, joy, expansion here. That is the energy that you have. But right, look at how the difference between these two energies are. But there's a longing here. You're trapping yourself. I don't know why you're trapping yourself. I feel like you're trapping yourself because you're like, I can't be that. And maybe that's why you like to fix others, because you don't really, you're a bit scared of fixing yourself, quote unquote. But I don't think you need fixing. I think you just need allowing. That makes sense. Allowing you to be you. What is this moon energy doing here? What is this moon energy doing here? Almost feels like the King of Swords, but it came to me as in reverse. So I do want another. What is this moon energy doing here? What is this moon energy doing here? Three of Cups. I'm not sure if this one wanted to come in reverse, but I feel like, okay. So the King of Swords in reverse. Sorry for the noise. So what we have with the King of Swords in reverse, it's like King of Swords is usually all about, well, definitely knowing what you want, but there's a sense of clarity here that I feel like that Ace of Swords is letting us know. And it almost feels like you can achieve this clarity here. And it's a sort of like detaching yourself from your emotions. And I don't mean that in a bad way at all. I mean it more like sometimes I feel like you overwhelm yourself with maybe, other people's emotions. You're probably an empath. So you need to we need to upright this, because you need to have this distinction. You need to kind of also take a step back a little bit, and really observe things more logically. There's a reason, like I said, there's a balance between emotion and your thought. There needs to be a balance. And even here we have the Ace of Swords and the Ace of Wands. There's a need for, like, your mind also needs to play a role here. And with this thing is like, yes, Three of Cups is like, it's sort of like a sense of coming together with other people like that, who like you. Also, I feel like connecting to your friends, connecting to others who are like you. But what I'm gonna say here, so connecting to your tribe, if you will. But what I'm saying is, I feel like a part of you is scared that if you go on to this next thing, you might lose your friends. Like, you'll have to cut them off. I don't think that that's necessarily true, my friends. I really don't. I think you're gonna find, even if that does happen, sometimes you do lose people. Your soul tribe is coming in here. It's what I'm seeing here. But you do need some time by yourself as well. And you do need to allow yourself to look at things from a broader perspective, a more logical and grounded perspective, which is, I find interesting. Let's see what your heart says here. Because I feel like sometimes people are like, no, but no, you need it, because I do really think you might be with that moon there, and how your water over kind of whelms you in a sense. You might be an empath. You feel very connected to others. And so that's why that King of Swords and the Ace of Swords is there, because you do need to have that. I almost feel like boundaries are important for you as well. And that's probably, if you're an empath, you would like, yes, I can help people, and I can, quote unquote, fix them, or like fix their problems. It's like, nope, you're not meant to do that, my friends. You gotta focus on yourself, my beautifuls. Okay, let's see what other messages. What is blocking a collective of, okay, yeah, these two. Let go and bloom. Okay, those are the ones. Okay, so we're gonna go. We have let go here. We have What habits, thoughts, feelings, physical things, ideas can you let go of to make space for the new? Frustration sets in because you require new stimulus and information. There are things that are no longer working for you. You need personal growth, and whatever situation you are in is stale and stagnating. Time to clean out the closets, both the literal ones and the emotional ones. Very beautiful, because that is cleaning out that emotional area here. And then we have the bloom here. What is coming to fruition? You continually get the teachings you need to open your heart. These life teachings will bring you through transitions and times when you need to start over. But there will also be times when you are strong, healthy, and flourishing. To bloom is to be in a time period or state of exquisite beauty, artistry, and success. Celebrate where you are in your life right now, whether you're in bloom, full bloom, or becoming full bloom. That's actually a very beautiful thing. For me, that letting go is almost like letting go of that trying to perfect others in perfect situations. That's not helping you. You are blooming, so allow yourself that gift. Let's see, I'm going to use the Scrabble letters today because I figure let's have a little bit of fun. I do feel like tomorrow. Here we go. Let's see what messages we have here. So I feel like aid is something you do, but I feel like there's also ideas, right? You have many ideas. You have a whole bunch of E's. Okay, so we have idea. What else do we have? That's about it. You also have the I really do feel like aid is something. If you like to give aid to others, lead. Yes, that's something too. With this King of Swords, you are meant to be a leader. But a leader, let me tell you that. Oh, that's a good one. Thank you. A leader is not somebody who does stuff for others. It's somebody who helps them, guides them through the process of doing it for themselves. And that's a big one here for you. And it's a big, big, big one. I do feel like the Queen is here again too. Queen was there for group 1 too. But so I have to say, like, you are a leader. Yeah, 100%. You are meant to lead the King of Swords, but you're not meant to do for others. Do it for others. You can't, force others to change. You can't, but you can teach them if they ask for help. You can teach them how to. You can definitely have that for yourself, because I do feel like there is a lot of you have a lot to give in terms of definitely your gifts. So I think I'm gonna actually leave it there. If you find any other ideas or letters, or there's some sort of synchronicities, you have a very beautiful energy group too. So hopefully you don't mind. I kind of just read what it is there, and I do try to. I don't know how to say it differently than what is there. So hopefully you're not offended. But I like I said, I think you are ready for this big transformation. Don't trap yourself in this Two of Wands energy. You have the potential. You have it. Don't also go looking for what's bad was going to happen, this forewarning. Don't go looking for that. Spirit is helping you. I really feel like that's something that you need to see. Okay, so I hope you liked this reading. If you did, please do consider liking and subscribing. It really helps my channel grow, and that is really awesome, because it keeps me coming back for more. And I am just beyond, I feel blessed and grateful to you for you sharing your time, energy, and of course your journey with me. Until I see you in the next one, bye-bye, my dear friends. Hello, my friends from group 3. So let's see what's blocking your transformation. So you are in fruition. Look at this. I could already see. Oh, sorry. The camera was shaking a little bit. So I could already feel like there's a lot of abundance around you. Lots of I almost feel like there's just so much life and so much different kinds of things coming for you. But I do notice the mask, and then the mask is here. I feel like it's almost like you're hiding all this maybe prosperity or like this abundance in you. I almost feel like even if you like ideas or whatever it is, you're hiding some aspect of yourself. I almost feel like you have transformed, but you're hiding the transformation. That's an interesting thing here. So what you have transformed, my friend? Let's see more. I still like to kind of clarify more things. Here we have this one, okay, and then we have okay. So, which this makes a lot of sense. I actually like this one. Sorry. Here we go. So fruition. So here it's shift your money mindset. So I feel like maybe if this is like in terms of abundance, I almost feel like it could be your money mindset. If you are worried about money, there it feels like you already have a lot of money is coming. Like there's already a lot. I do feel like a lot of abundance here for you. But what I'm also seeing is like there is a needing to shift your mindset in general. It just doesn't have to be money mindset, but a mindset. So I feel like it's a need to actually see all the gifts I feel like that you have. Like I said, to me, I feel like you already have transformed, but there's something like I feel like you're hiding it or like hiding that aspect of it, some sort of thing, because the mask is there. It's almost like not wanting to show the world. So we have trust yourself and your decisions. Don't be swayed by others people's strong opinions about what to do. Take action and be confident that you have chosen the right path. So maybe you have, maybe this transformation is from that decision. You have made a decision on some kind of aspect of whatever it is. Maybe it might be about money. It might just be about like how you are going to be creative. Because I just there's so much potential here. We have like a bee, we have birds, and I just feels like so I feel like you attract a lot of different things, a very strong attractor. So maybe you are hiding that you've already made that decision, because I feel like you have made a decision. I want to say it's almost like you're afraid of what other people will think of you in a sense, or of disappointing loved ones. Maybe that's what I'm saying. But for me, the transformation is there. So I hope that makes sense to you. All right, we have Black Cat. We're going to do recognition. Yeah, okay. And we have judgmental and struggle. Okay, my friends. All right, so here we go. Let's look at all this. Okay, so we have the Black Cat, which is friendship, and this is the Oracle by Below and Crystals. Friendship, loyalty, and guidance coming through. So this is this is kind of what I'm seeing here. I really do feel like you have transformed. And it keeps, that's what I keep hearing. It's like, nope, the transformation has occurred. It's not like, it's sort of like you're hiding it from others because you're afraid of it. You're afraid of what other people will think. And I feel like this is a reminder here that loyalty and friendship are there. Those who are meant to be there, who will be there, are, those are just it. You don't have to, you don't even have to, worry so much, because I do feel like there's a need, like I feel like you are struggling a little bit here. So judgmental, I will expand my mind. I actually don't think that you're judgmental. I know, it's a funny thing. I actually think that you're the little rabbit. I always say rabbit when I see a frog. I'm sorry, it's ribbit and turns to rabbit for some reason. So anyways, it's a ribbit, which is also a frog. So I think you're the frog that's hiding. You're hiding, my friend. You're hiding. You're like, oh, you're trying to hide, because you have gone through this transformation, and then you feel like other people are going to judge you, for whatever reason. And and that's why that Black Cat is there, because it's like, no, well, there might be people who judge you, but those who do, you don't necessarily have to be with. Oh, I know. And you have to surrender to trust in your own intuition. I feel like surrendering that sometimes we have to let go of, like, we outgrow certain things. The recognition here is very important here for me as well. It's like, again, it's sort of like here we have two people closing their eyes, but I almost feels like it's like you need to recognize your power here. And recognize your power, recognize the transformation that you have gone through. What else is there? I want to say, and so we are struggling. And it's funny because I actually, it's so strange. I am getting really, like, this is an interesting one for me because I feel like there's stuff, I feel like other people, because I don't feel that you're struggling. I mean, you're struggling, but not really. I feel like other people struggle more and like they like are really struggling about something, but you're not. Like I said, you feel like there's a lot of abundance there for you. What I'm seeing here is that you feel like you have to struggle too. Like you have to be part of that struggle when you maybe are happier, when you are in a different place, right? If it feels like there's, okay, let me see if I can explain. You know, when you're with a group of friends and let's say you are, you know, like you're having a good day, right? But everybody else is complaining, right? So they're complaining about their days and or what's wrong, and they're just like, it's a, you know, it's, people like to do that. They like, oh, they complain about this and they complain about that, and then you just don't feel comfortable saying, hey, no, but I had a really wonderful day. Like, oh no, like look, like, because then you feel like you're the odd person out, right? The odd man out, and so I feel like this, that you feel like you have to like go along with that struggle, and I don't feel like that's what you need to do. I feel like the universe is saying like, no, my friend, you are meant to be like, here you are fruitful fruition, you have things that are coming to fruition for you. If people don't acknowledge or like recognize that, or like are like put off by that, it's on them, not on you, my friend. So recognition, maybe it is also time to recognize those who are, you know, like who will be there for you for reals, for realsies, as I like to say sometimes. Not because, you know, like it will be with you when things are going well for you, when you don't have stuff to complain about. So I feel like you don't have to hide right now. If things are going well, be good, be happy. Acknowledging that is a good thing to do. Loyalty and friendship, those are this might be something for you. Maybe this is the transformation in terms of like accepting that sometimes people, you know, you change and people might not change with you. Maybe that's something that you need to do. Maybe allowing yourself to be in a different place than you normally are, than the like, you know, everybody. Basically what I'm seeing here is like maybe your transformation is being accepting that sometimes you will not conform to the majority, right? Or to how everybody else is. If you're happy, be happy, my friend. Don't try to like be like, I'm struggling too. Don't join the circle of complainers. It just doesn't feel right. All right, let's see what other things are coming. Enough of my jibber jabber. Let's go. What is blocking the transformation of the collective quickly? Yeah, 9 of Cups. So come on. 9 of Cups. I really do feel like something really positive is coming, and you're happy, as happy as a clam. I just feel like you're afraid of others. Oh, so sad. Let's see what else. What is preventing the Hangman energy? Okay. What other things are blocking the transformation of the collective group? 3 of Wands. Moving forward, okay. Moving collective. It's coming. It's this way. Okay. What else is coming for a collective of? Let's see, what is blocking collective group 3 transformation? Okay. Like I feel like there's a sense of like King of Pentacles. I really do think, again, there's like abundance around you. There's like, for some of you, like not for everybody, but there's like a whole lot of abundance coming here. I do feel like you do feel like there is like a sense of like, oh, you're gonna have to go at it alone, and you maybe not something that you like. But look at this, the Sun, the 9 of Cups energy, and the Hangman energy. There's a Hangman energy she sees things differently, has a totally different perspective than everybody else, right? And so that might be scary, because where everybody else like is again like having like maybe struggling, and the hangman sees opportunities where nobody else does. And that's why I love the hangman energy a lot. I do feel like the Three of Wands is like you're feeling like you're gonna have to go out it alone. But I don't really necessarily think that's true, because here we have the King of Pentacles, and here we have the loyal friend here. You are going to have friends that stick with you, that are loyal. There might be a time when it's like you will not be with everybody, but those who are loyal to you will stay loyal to you, regardless of how good things are for you. It's like, when you rise, that's when it's interesting here. So I feel like, let me actually find out, what is this Three of Wands doing here? What is this Three of Wands doing here? What is this Three of Wands doing here? The Emperor action. Yeah, so needing to take action. And again, like the Emperor is kind of like that energy of taking action, but it's also like an Emperor, like, it could be, to you might be what you would say a lonely place, but it is not. I don't think that's necessarily true. You just have to take your power, is what I'm seeing here. It's like you are powerful. You obviously have already gone through this transformation. Like, it's just really of accepting it and allowing it. What is this King of Pentacles doing here? The Star, healing, following your light. Yeah. Look how beautiful. Like, you have such a beautiful spread here. What is this Nine of Cups doing here? Healing, yeah. I feel like healing your thing. So from making the decision of a lot, like, here is their decision. Two of Swords. You weren't sure, but I feel like wish fulfillment is coming. Like, I just feel like it's almost like you're my lucky pile that maybe like had a thing where you won the lotto or something, or just things are really working out well for you where everybody else might not be. You're like, oh my goodness, things are going, and you're not one of those people who like tries to show it off to others. You're one of those that feels bad and you want to help others, and it's like, yes, but like, but hiding the things that are good happening in your life, that is actually kind of like, if people can't be happy that you're happy, that's kind of not good in terms of, like, those aren't really friends. And I hope that makes sense to you. Being powerful is not a bad thing, my friend. And then the King of Pentacles, yeah, like abundance is feeling like it. I really do feel like it's divinely guided, this abundance. It's almost like you have such good karma that is like the abundance is coming for you. This transformation is like you've deserved it because you've done really awesome things for people. I really do feel like you care so much about others, but you still keep, and it almost feels like, actually, now I see this Two of Swords is not necessarily mean for me. Like, yes, normally I would say yes, it's the choices, but it almost feels like you feel like, again, it's almost like you have this mask on here where you're like, oh, you're worried about what other people will think. It's like, or maybe people are saying not so good things about you. Those are just, jealousy happens, my friends. It happens. That doesn't mean you have to listen to them. All right, let's see what other advice comes here. Actually, not advice, sort of, but like, what is blocking the collective of Group 3 from their transformation? I feel like you have transformed. Bridge. And then let's see what other. Okay. And these actually I want to talk about. So we'll read them each one. So bridge came out first. So let's look at, where are you going? A bridge is a structure that provides passage over an obstacle or uncertain terrain. Like any other path, there are choices to be made and questions to ask. Does the bridge go over, under, or through? What is the bridge made of? Is the path fixed or movable? What kind of materials do we need to build it? You are creating a structure to guide you from one place to another safely. Consider all choices. So that it might be a choice here. But I feel like if there is a choice, the choice of happiness for you is very important. Like you being happy. Because there's a wish fulfillment coming through here. And I feel that that's an important. And really choosing your power. Because you are more powerful than you're allowing yourself to be. Energy. So how do you recharge your battery? Take responsibility for your own energy. Our bodies are like sponges and pick up all on all that is around us. You could be absorb energy from beautiful, life-giving tree or a person in a really bad mood. Consider a sponge when it's full of water. It's heavy, dripping, and needs to be wringed out just the right amount to do the job. Pay attention to your environment and both the energy you give out and the energy you're absorbing. So those negative Nancy's are like, don't have to listen to them, my friends. And then roots. So it is time to grow some new roots. Sometimes you got healthy roots to work with. Sometimes you got to pull out rotten roots, then plant, nurture, and cultivate some new ones. You're in a unique being, so start planting and see what grows. Step in your creative power with both of your feet. Every step you take is an act of power that strengthens your spirit. Build your own foundation. Oh, love that. But I feel like you already have the roots. I just feel like you have to acknowledge the power that is you. That's really what I'm saying here. That's like the transformation there. And also being okay with not being, again, like being a little bit nonconformist in terms of like, if everybody else is going through struggle, you don't necessarily have to. It's okay for you to be happy. Okay, let's see. So I'm using the Scrabble letters because I thought it was funny. Well, not funny, but I thought it would be fun. Bye. So sometimes something we have to say goodbye to something. Oh, yeah. Okay. Dine. I don't know why. Oh, yeah, dine. Maybe eating something. Oh, divine. Yeah, the divine energy here. So divine is also like, I feel like there's like, you're getting a wish fulfillment in terms of like definitely abundance for me. And that's part of your transformation. It's because you've deserved it. You've built the karma for it. So please accept it. Yeah, so anything else I could see? Is there anything else you can see? Be busy like a bee. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like there's beautiful energy here. So please allow it to happen. Don't wear the mask. If they don't like that you are happy, they're not meant to be in your life, my friend. It's something. I hope you liked this reading. If you did, please do consider liking and subscribing. It helps the channel grow. And it helps me giving back for more. I'm very, very grateful, and I feel very blessed that you're here sharing your energy, sharing your time, and of course sharing your journey with me. I am sending you so much love and so much light. Until I see you in the next one. Bye-bye, my dear friends. From group 4. So let's see, what transformation? Oh my goodness, look at you. You are blossoming. This is a beautiful energy. I feel like, oh, look at all the flowers. And it's an interesting thing though here, because she's playing the violin, but she has no bow. So that's something. Maybe something is missing for this. So this full so the symphony is missing. So like there's a key ingredient here for the transformation, but you are in the process of it. So I feel like there's a missing link. So let's see what other stuff. So we have be the bigger person with Jade here. Okay, that maybe the violin could also be like the drama, maybe. I don't know, but that is really, really called out that she's playing it, but there's no bow. Interesting. Okay, so we have this. So surrender comparison to others. All right. So here you go. Keep your eyes trained on yourself. Focus on your own strength, attractiveness, and power. So what I'm seeing here is I really do feel like there's something like you are definitely in the process of transforming with the blossoming and you're growing, but there is with that bow that's missing and it's you wouldn't think it's a big thing, but it is, because without it you can't actually like make the music, right? That's how it works. So there's some sort of something vital that's missing. But I feel like it's gonna come, but it's not here yet. And then so I feel like even though you are in this state of stuff, you are also with this comparing yourself to others. You're like, I want to already be ready. You already want to be almost like to be done with this. You want to be transformed. The transformation for me, for you, I feel is like success maybe. Or happy, or whatever that success means for you. And so be the bigger person here is it means like not being so like like I don't want to, like, because the word petty comes, but it's not really petty. It's a more of like you're trying to like be precise, maybe in a sense of like, you know, it's not fair. Like maybe what you would say, like I've been working all this time, and I've been putting all this effort, and they're just succeeding without any effort, and that's something like that we tend to kind of do is like, oh, they've only just been at it for this little long, and or like, oh, they haven't been through what I've been through. We tend to think that we're the only ones that have gone through things, right? A lot of times we aren't aware of the things that other people have gone through. So the bigger person is maybe saying, hey, you know what, this person's really doing awesome, good on them. Maybe learning from them, maybe saying like, oh, how can I succeed like they are succeeding? What lessons can I learn from them, right? How can I grow from them? Versus trying to like say it's not fair. Right? That's the energy. I'm just like, it's not fair. That's the thing I keep saying. It's not fair. Why is this person succeeding and I'm not? You are succeeding, my friend. You're just at different places right now. So we have accusal. Yeah, death, execution. Yeah, so we have decay. Oh, these are all interesting. We have pencil. Oh, we have lots of stuff. And so all right, these are the next batch of things. So we have envy. Yeah. So there is a sense of envy, and it's coming back again. And there's nothing wrong with envy. That's just telling us what you are just being guided onto. What is it? What is it that envy tells us, or when we are comparing to others? It's telling us what we want for ourselves, right? We just have to acknowledge that. Be like, hey, you know what I want? And then try to figure out how you can get it. Not what they have, but like in terms of like how you can have it for yourself. Accusal, execution, death, punishment. I feel like it's more like you're accusing. It's like, it's not fair. That's the energy I'm hearing. There's a sense of decay. So I feel like something in the past is still dragging you forward. So for some of you, maybe it's time to change things up a little bit. You're kind of, maybe you're playing this old song over and over again. So I'm gonna say this in the most gentlest way possible. But I feel like sometimes people get stuck in playing the victim, and in a, I don't like mean it in a bad way at all. But I am saying, if we're always thinking of ourselves as the victim, we can never quite make ourselves be the superhero, right? There's a choice there that needs to be done. And I feel like you are a lot stronger, and I feel like there's a lot for you here, but you have to, like, that is something you need to do. You have to, like, let go of those past, whatever past dramas this is that you're holding on. It's holding you back. Like, this is all for me. It's like, it needs to, like, let it, the dead be the dead, right? Let the death happen. Let it be what it needs to be. Let it go. Whatever this past drama is that it's like, I feel like it's like, oh, it's not fair. Like, I had this, like maybe we all have things that block us, right? There's struggles that we all go through. We don't see other people's struggles. Sometimes we are able to, sometimes we are not. But I feel like holding on to that is really kind of not allowing you to, like, fully come into your power, coming into this transformation. So I really do think it's like, be the bigger person. Yes, like when you are happy for other people for their successes, and not in comparison, because if you compare yourself to others, it's always gonna not feel right. Or sometimes we used to compare to others, or like, oh, I'm doing a lot better than this person. It's like, yeah, but like, still we're really focusing on our lane, my friend. We also have here, look at this, struggles with creating your own destiny. But that's because it's like, you get to draw your own destiny, right? You get to be, so based on this, let's say, what you comparing yourself, what do you want for that others have, like, that is going to give you the blueprints of what you want in your life, right? But we have to let go of this energy, right? This energy of like playing the same thing. And I'm not like, and just know that I'm not saying that whatever happened, like, whatever this drama was, I'm not saying that it wasn't special, like, that it wasn't, that you have to forget it or anything. I'm just saying not to focus there. Like a lot of people, we live in the past, right? I sometimes do that, and then I'm like, wait a second, let's shift into the now. Oh, because that's where we're living, right? The past is done and over. Let's focus on the now as we navigate. You're creating your own destiny, and I feel like that for me, this is like knowing that power is very important. And I do feel like this is also very important because I feel like spirit is guiding you here. It's listen to this guidance that's coming from spirit coming through here. There is something for you. And I feel like that's what I'm seeing, because this is kind of almost like a mermaid here, and this is also a mermaid, but one is like kind of set in stone and the other is more flexible, it's alive here, it's listening, willing to listen to what advice spirit has for them, right? If we're willing, it might even be where you listen to what other people, like maybe advice, like from that person you're like comparing yourself to, maybe ask them, hey, how did you do this, right? Not coming from a place of like, oh, it's not fair, but coming from a place of, hey, what can I learn from you? How did you do it so I can do it too, because I like this, right? It takes a lot, and I feel like that is sometimes we forget, like that, being that way, like being able to listen to other people's advice and ideas, and not be in a place of like comparison where we're like, oh, not fair, is a big thing. That's in itself is like transformative energy right there. All right, let's see what other. And always do take what resonates and what doesn't, leave what doesn't. Because I'm like, I do try my best to like get everybody's energy here. So what, let me feel, what is blocking the transformation of the collective of group 4? Two of Swords, so needing to make a decision. But I do feel like it's always like, those are like energies of like, I almost feel like it's your own thoughts process there, going like, it's like, it's not fair. 4 of Pentacles. Yeah. Closed off a little bit. What else? Death. Again, death is coming up. So letting things end. There's a needing for letting things come to an end. Not holding on to the past so much. I really feel like that's a strong one. What else? King of Cups. Oh, look at that. That's with the energy here. And one more card. What is stopping information from the collective for at this time? The Ace of Cups. Okay. So what I'm seeing here is, again, I feel like for some of you, this transformation might be to do with love coming through here. But what I'm seeing is here, this Two of Swords energy, it feels like for me, it's like those maybe envy energies. It's like you have like these like little, you know how there was always like in cartoons, the little devil and the little angel. You have like these little devils giving you like, putting you in things of like not seeing all that you have, this blossoming, this energy that you have. You're not able to see your own, I feel like, abundance, your own beauty here, because you're always trying to like see what other people are doing. And it feels like there's just this, like, it might even be like, it could be other people, but it just feels like it's a lot of your thoughts process. You also feel like, I feel like you're in a state of like 4 of Pentacles, which is very much a state of like holding on to things, right? It's holding on, where I feel like you need to actually open up your heart, because I feel like this is part of like, it's not greed, but it's coming from like a sense of scarcity where you're like holding tight because you're like, oh my goodness, like I don't want to share my secrets, I don't want to share this, and that's coming from again a place of worry and scarcity here. So I do feel like that is like these habits are coming to an end, or they need to come to an end. There's a need for you to, again, sort of like let go, because I feel like these are coming from past dramas, like past whatever those that's keeping you holding on. So we need to do like a major shift here with that death. But there is a rebirth, because we do have this Ace of Cups, because that is what I wanted to show you, that we have, if you can let go of this, you have this, like, look at this, a heart that's full, a heart that's happy. And I feel like the King of Cups is also allowing us to see like the emotions, the power of your emotions. You are powerful. You can have the things that you want. Because I'm like, this hand is this cup right here. It's like, but if you're not open, if your heart isn't open, if you're in the state of, I feel like almost prickliness or like, I really want to say it's not, like I keep hearing it's not fair. It's not fair. If you're in that state, you can't have it both ways. You cannot be abundant and be and be like in a state of, I don't want to say apathy, but in a state of scarcity. You can't be both those, right? You can't be the love, like have the love if you're not willing to love, right? If you're like, nope. So that's a big one here coming, and it feels like you have the power for it. You are wanting to do it, but you are really focusing on others. I do want to see what is this that's doing here. What is this that's doing? Doing card here, doing, yeah, Four of Cups. It's apathy. I was gonna say apathy. So yeah, because you keep seeing, do you see it? You keep seeing here, you keep noticing the bowls that are not full, but look, you have, the universe is filling your bowl. It's even saying it here. It's like, it's being there like twice. It's telling us, we're giving you an Ace of Cups, but you're not looking at it. You're too focused on, even here you have this, like, look at this. These are eyes closed here as you're holding on tight. You're like, nope, not willing to do this. Here you have actual, like, you're blinded by this. Wow, that is very strong, beautiful. Let's see what this King of Cups energy is here. Why is this King of Cups doing here? The Strength card. Yes. The Strength card. So it is, the strength comes in this, in almost feels like, because you actually are, like, the King of Cups may to some be seen like, oh, it's not powerful, but it is. The emotions are important. Your emotions almost feels like, look, there's a piece here where they are, where he is right here. He's just playing with the water, and he's just at peace right here. And again, look, this is where his heart is shining. He is okay where he is. He doesn't need to see. He's not comparing himself to others. He is just where he is okay. And that is allowing this Ace of Cups to come through. It's understanding your own strength. It's understanding your own value. And that comes from within. It does not come from anywhere else. What is this Four of Pentacles doing here? This Four of Pentacles. What is this? Yeah, it seems like, to me, it's like something from your past that led you into the state of like having, like, it's not enough. You need to work on your, for me, this is like your inner child needs to be some healing here for you, my friends. This is an important thing, because that's where it's at. Because Spirit keeps giving you Ace of Cups. Like, you have the transformation. You have the things that you want, but you keep blocking it. You keep like, nope, because you're so scared. You need to work on this right here. Inner child, my friend. Inner child needs to be worked on. That's something that we're seeing here. What is this Two of Swords doing here? Sorry, I was like, Two of Swords. Let's clarify that one. Two of Swords. Two of Swords. Oh, look at that. I love this. This Two of Swords is like helping yourself, like collaboration, but you're not, instead of trying to compare yourself, instead of like, there's a sense of collaboration, and it's a sense of working, coming together, and that's where the power is too, right? And that's where you actually allow yourself, instead of being in the state of worries, you get to choose to collaborate, choose to work together, that's where your strength also lies there. Let's actually see what other messages we have. What is blocking the transformation of the collective of group 4? I like this one. It's not, I don't think that's a blocking, but that's a advice. Well, that's how I'm looking at it. Like, of course, this one wants to come out too, but it's like, what else? No, I really want a good one. What is blocking? Okay. And I really want to say, like, here we go. Here we go. I feel like these are more advice than they are what's blocking here. So, what makes you laugh? Laughter is the best medicine, right? Physical laughter stretches the muscles, sends oxygen to tissues, and releases hormone. It will strengthen your heart's immune system, both literally and energetically. What if the purpose of life is to have fun? Time to stop being so serious. Tell a joke, make a weird face, and take a picture. Check out a comedy club. Let your silly out. So this is also something, right? We forgot all this thing in our process of succeeding, in our process of transforming. We're like, we forgot one of the most basic things, and that is to have fun. Right? This is not having fun. This apathy, we're just like, this is not having fun. Beautiful. Okay. Do we try to do it all on our own? So this is relate. We all have blind spots and triggers that appear when we relate to people, places, and things. We can't see the blind spots on our own. Relating is everything, from how you talk to the people in your daily life, to the food you eat, to where you walk, to the situations you find yourself in, to the natural world which is all around you. So how do we relate to others, right? Be the bigger person. That's really what I'm saying here. Be the bigger person. Accept your strengths. And not come from a place of weakness, which is the comparison. Appreciation. So where or to whom do we need to show genuine appreciation? Directing attention to something is to acknowledge it. When others give you their attention, this is a gift to create more consciousness and communication. As Voltaire said, appreciation makes what is excellent in others belong to us as well. Consider how you invest your time, creativity, energy, money, and the appreciation increase in value of the investment as well. So if instead of having envy, instead of surrendering to comparing to others, can we appreciate what they're doing and then also try to like create something in ourselves? I think that is what is like the big message here. And I'm like, whew, I like it because I feel like you don't know how beautiful you are. And that's the thing. And that's the missing thing here. That's the missing bow. The missing bow is yourself. You have to allow yourself to do that. You have to allow yourself to see how beautiful you are. Nobody else can show you that. You have to be able and be willing to see it. Okay, there's a lot coming out there. Oh, well, okay, that's it. Oh, okay, so you dropped it now. Oh, LOL. I may not say it, but I'm already seeing LOL is like laugh for you. See what other, so LOL right there, 100%. I'm also seeing love, like love is important. You, I also feel like you be you. You be you, right? Or you be love. You be you. You love. There's also it. I also wanna lit or light. Like light, be the light. So like there's like all these things about you. This is definitely, I have more words here for you than I have anything else. But I feel like that's the message. You are light. You're like love. You be you. You don't have to be anybody else. And that's what I feel like. That's the surrendering the comparison to others, because they're them and you're you. And the you that is you is beautiful. It is. Look at this, blossoming. Like, I want you to see this. How beautiful is this? I want you to be this as well. Look at that. Look, too happy, very happy. Being happy with where you are, with whom you are. Okay, I think enough of my jibber jabber with that. I hope you liked this reading. If you did, please do consider liking and subscribing. It helps the channel grow and it helps me coming back for more. And I'm just beyond grateful to you. I totally get all that. I say all that. I compare myself to others and it usually feels crappy. So it's not like I'm like telling you, oh, like, you know, I feel it too. So I understand. Group 4, I getcha. So, but I want you to see that you are meant for great things. And you can't be trying to be somebody else and be yourself, right? Be you. You be you. That's right. Okay, thank you so much. I am very grateful that you are here sharing your energy, sharing your time, and of course sharing your journey with me. I'm sending you so much love and so much light until I see you in the next one. Bye-bye, my dear friends.